Hello and welcome to my 2019 Oscar prediction video. I'm going to go through the entire list. I have it all written down on a bunch of pieces of paper, and we're going to go through them all. Even the ones they think is not worthy enough to put on television, even though I think that it's been fixed. But we're going to start off big and just keep on working our way down until we get through all 24 categories. So, number one, Best Picture. Now, a lot of people might have Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, A Star is Born up there. I haven't seen a lot of people saying Vice, but I really think Roma's going to win it. Just going off of hunches and how the Academy's been working recently, I think Roma has the best chance, because the Best Picture is voted on differently than all the other categories, and it goes through this jackass way of just toiling it down to where essentially the Best Picture is really the film that everyone hated the least. And it's really topsy-turvy way. There's a video on it you can go look up, a couple of videos on it that you can go look up on YouTube. I highly recommend because it's very interesting. But Roma's what I think is going to steal the show there. Actor in a leading role. I'm going to go with Rami Malek as his portrayal of Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. I have never seen someone encompass a real-life person as much as I saw Rami do it. And it was just very interesting of how he can move his body and just be what I imagine Freddie Mercury is. I've only seen Freddie Mercury through footage because he was before my lifetime, or before I was enough to know what Queen was. And so I think this is the closest my generation get to seeing him, at the height of his power back in the day, if you know what I mean. And Rami just really did it. Leading up, a good runner-up in case I'm wrong, it would be, I think, William Dafoe as the second option there. Actress in a leading role, I'm going to go with Olivia Colman for The Favorite. Lady Gaga is up there, but I really think Olivia can steal the show just of how that movie was and how much she got to be the film, if that makes sense. I mean, probably doesn't, but I just think she did a really well done job, obviously because I'm picking her as my favorite, but she did a really fantastic job. All of them did. And that's the thing, like, everyone in this entire list did do amazing jobs. It's just unfortunate there has to be one winner and like 4 or 5 losers. Actress in a supporting role, Regina King from If Beale Street Could Talk, fantastic. Just muy caliente, fantastic. It's kind of weird though that Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz, or however you pronounce her name, are from the same movie. I can't think of a time off the top of my head where there is 2 people in the same category for the same movie. It's weird. Actor in supporting role. If Sam Elliott does not win this award, I'll be pissed. There's a scene where Sam Elliott's just in a truck. He just got done talking to Bradley Cooper. This is in A Star is Born, by the way. And there's 5 minutes or so where they're talking in the truck. Sam doesn't really say anything, which you're like, okay, weird choice for him, to get the Oscar. But in those minutes, especially after Bradley leaves, and all Sam is doing is backing out of a driveway in a car, or truck, is just, holy crap. I felt so many emotions during that moment in the film. And Sam was doing it all in his face and just all in his eyes and just fantastic. God, he's an actor. It's so weird that I can go watch him in The Ranch right now and be like, okay, that's mediocre work, and then just like fracking almost make me cry in a movie he did. Oh, God, what a man. What a beefcake. Directing, as much as I would put Spike Lee or Adam McKay, I really think it's going to go to Alfonso Cuarón. I really wanted him to get one back in the day for Prisoner of Azkaban, but I know that can't be a thing. But what a fantastic man. Just an interesting life of film career and just all what he's done. Fantastic, bravo. Please keep on making more movies, good sir. Best Adapted Screenplay, I kind of want to give it to A Star is Born. Yeah, it's been done every generation, like 4 or 5 times. But this one, all the other films have some difference, but this one I really felt it resonated a little bit better than the other ones. Maybe it's because it's more modern and how everything was portrayed of mental health and everything, but it was really good. I would want to put the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, but there's a couple times where that was just rough to watch, and not in a fun way, and not in like a torturous, hard to watch. It's just hard to watch because I was bored or something else was going on. Also, great other picks would be Black Klansman. And original screenplay, I'm just gonna say First Reformed probably is gonna win it. If not, maybe Vice or The Favorite. Foreign language film, Roma. If I think Roma's gonna win Best Picture, it's gonna be kind of weird if it doesn't win foreign language film. Animated feature. If this is another one, I'm putting my foot down, kind of like Sam Elliott. If Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse does not win this Oscar, I'll be pissed. I'm pissed with someone, like slap a kid, someone in the face. I don't know. Maybe not a kid, but maybe one of the old geezers that vote on this crap. I mean, good stuff. Just Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse should win alone on the scene where Miles fully dons on his actual suit that we know and love and gets all ready on ability and jumps off and is falling technically, but the way they make the film look, it looks like he's rising. He's rising because he's finally learned who he was and what he's supposed to be and how he's supposed to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. God, it's empowering. And just, yeah, Incredibles 2 is great. Isle of Dogs, I hear, was great. I never actually saw that one. I think Ralph Breaks the Internet is mediocre and just an average Disney film. And then the Mirai, however you pronounce the one, never came to my theater, so I can't say I've seen it. But frack, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is so good. Best original score? I actually going to give it to Black Panther. There's a couple times, I think his name is Ludwig or something like that, his first name. Just has some excellent scores going on in the film, and just how everything blends with, like modernized and also like older style music, and it kind of just blends, and it's a really well done. One of my favorite moments of his score is when Killmonger is actually ascending the throne and the camera's turning, but it has that oof. I don't know what song that is, but I mean, that man can compose. Original song is kind of hard. One, because I think Sunflower should be on this list. Another thing is, I like all of them. I listen to all of them just without watching the movie, because it's really about the song and not how it relates to the movie or how it's used in the movie. It's just about the song. At least that's what I think of when this Oscar gets released out. All the Stars, Shallow. When a Cowboy Trades His First Rings, even though I just said I didn't like the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, I did like that song, and I'll Fight is good, but I think The Place Where the Lost Things might win it, if not All the Stars. It's going to be a close one, but I think the Mary Poppins Return song. Documentary short, I'm going to go with A Night in the Garden. A lot of those most people haven't seen. I do suggest go check them out. They're all very interesting. I still need to watch one of them, but I'm just going off of a lot of other people's thoughts and opinions on this. That's why I'm picking A Night at the Garden for this little Oscar. Cinematography, I'm going to go with The Favorite. Just out of all of them, close second would be Roma or A Star Is Born. Best documentary feature, I'm going to go with Free Solo for this one. Kind of don't know the time frame, because I was curious of how They Shall Not Grow Old was on this. I'm not sure if it can count for documentary feature, or like how that works, or if it might pop up in next year's Oscars. Because if it should have been this one, it kind of got chipped. That was a really well done documentary. But anyway, for this one, Free Solo. Production design, Black Panther, First Man, and Mary Poppins Return, and The Favorite, and Roma all could get the award. Honest to goodness, it's one of the few categories where I think all of them can honestly win it. So I'm just going to literally flip a coin, even though I'm not literally going to flip a coin because the coin only has 2 sides. This has 5 options. Anyway, I'm going to go with Black Panther, I think might get it. Close second would be Mary Poppins Returns or First Man, or The Favorite. Literally, it's a crapshoot on that one, honestly. Sound mixing, Bohemian Rhapsody, without a doubt, because in that film, somewhere in there, is Freddie Mercury's voice and Rami Malek's voice. They are blended together to where, I would say I'm a Queen fan. I can't name you off every single song of theirs, but I can't do that with any of my favorite bands. So I'm stupid, I can't remember all the songs. But I used to have the Queen's Greatest Hits on a tape for my old vehicle when I was in high school, like this crappy vehicle I had, and I'd wore that son of a gun out to where a couple songs just could not play. And, you know, as technology grew, I'd always have Queen on either my Zune, my MP3 player, or, you know, whatever device I had. And me not knowing Rami was on there, and it was just mixed beautifully. I think it gets the Oscar. Costume design, Mary Queen of the Scots. A close second would be The Favorite. I think old-timey production should get a couple of bonus points. Black Panther, yes, is also up there, and The Battle of Buster Crooks also up there, but I really do like how costumes for ye olden time films are meticulous to a T, and like have to be very certain because they existed, whereas The Battle of Buster Scruggs, you can kind of have some freelance stuff since it's a Western, you kind of can put whatever on whoever. And Black Panther, you know, you couldn't just go wrong there. But Mary Queen of Scott has no CGI suits like Black Panther suits, so that's why it gets a little bit of bonus points there. I think it wins the Oscar. Film editing, I'll just give it to Vice. Adam McKay has a weird way of doing film editing, but from an artistic standpoint, I think he gets it. Sound editing, Quiet Place, easy. First runner-up would be First Man, just because of how everything sounded when they'd blast off into space and stuff, but A Quiet Place definitely gets this one easily. Animated short film, Bao, or however you pronounce that, B-A-O. I loved it. It came in front of The Incredibles 2. Talk about a shock to the audience. If you've seen it, you know what scene I'm talking about. But just a beautiful message about, like, being a parent and being a child all together. Just really beautiful. Live action short, we're just going to go with Mother. Runner-up would be Detainment. Kind of guessing not a lot of you have seen these, and at this point, if you're still here, kudos. Just kudos in general. Makeup and hairstyling, Mary Queen of Scots. Just, again, really fracking hard just to go back to old school stuff like that, I think. So, major props. Pun intended. And last but not least, visual effects. Avengers Infinity War. It's about time the MCU got an Oscar. Dang it. But honest to goodness, all the other ones could also do it, except for Christopher Robin. I don't know why it's on there. I like the film way more than anyone else did, it seems like, but it's not worthy of an Oscar for visual effects. Solo, you could argue it. Ready Player One, you really could argue it. But I think Avengers Infinity War definitely gets the last Oscar for this list. But that's it for my predictions. Was I wrong? Do you think something else is going to win? Or do you think, you know, a couple movies were let out or, you know, not involved when they should have been? Let me know in the comments down below. But as always, my name is Clark Addison. I review entertainment because I care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.